Jay here. All right, so today we're going to learn how to make some potion bottles. All right, so you're gonna need some basic materials. You're gonna need your paper. It can be cream colored or it can be regular white paper, whatever you have. You're gonna need a black or brown permanent marker. If you have other colors, that's great too. You're gonna need some yarn or some sort of twine or string. If you have macrame yarn, that works great too. All right, and then you're going to need a few different bottles. They can be various sizes. They can be glass bottles, plastic bottles. Here I even have an old glue bottle because we're actually going to need some glue. So I used one of my empty ones. All right, by the way, best way to get the labels off is to put it in some water with dishwashing soap, let it soak for a little while, scrape off the paper part. For the plastic side label, it's better to use a blow dryer, and then it peels off really nice and easy without leaving too much glue. All right, so let's get started. First thing you want to do is we're going to make the label to go on our potion bottle. Now, depending on what size bottle you decide to go with, you're going to try to rip or cut a piece of paper about that size. Something that's going to fit. Then, to kind of give it a cool weathered look, you're going to take your Sharpie, black or brown Sharpie. If you want to use a color, you're more than welcome to. And then you're just going to color the edges. Just the edges of your paper. All the way around. And while you're doing that, you can think about, what kind of potion am I actually going to make? So for mine, I'm going to make it Perfection Potion. All right, so I got my Perfection Potion. Now, next thing we're gonna need our glue. I'm just gonna make this super easy, dab a little bit on there. And since this is easy washable, just gonna smear it around. Then I'm gonna put my label over it. Add a little bit more where needed. Now, if you want to go for it, you can add even more. So you would do it like you're going to do a little decoupage. What we do is you just put glue on top. You can get a paintbrush and just put a nice coat over it. It just helps it stay down on the bottle a little bit better. You can also just use your fingers if you need to. Smear it down and put it aside to let it dry. Now make sure whatever bottle you use, it has a lid. Okay, so we're going to make the potion bottle holder. Now you can either use the yarn, or if you happen to have macrame rope, you can use macrame rope, or any sort of twine really. All right, so first you're going to measure out your macrame. And you can use your own arm for this. It doesn't have to be precise. So you measure 1, 2, 3. And I have relatively short arms. Then, if you want to add a little bit more to that, you can. Cut. Now you're going to want to make 3 ropes of the same length. So after you cut all 3 of your pieces of rope or yarn, you're going to find the middle. Measure it out, divide it in half, find the middle. So you have a total of 6 bunches of strings. Okay, then you're going to take the middle. You're going to tie a knot at the top. Just a regular old knot. Just like that. Now, to make your life a little easier, what we want to do is either hook this onto something solid, or you can try to just tape it down. just so it's not going to slide around on you. All right, we're going to divide out the ropes. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to divide them into sets of 2, 2, 2, and 2. Then, depending on how big your bottle is, you want to make sure that you have lots of space in the top to get your bottle in. So you're going to measure down how low do you want it to hang as well, and how much rope do you have left. So this is a good amount. So that's about 1 foot. I'm going to start 1 foot down, and I'm going to make my first knot. You can start with any of the pairs. All right, so I have my first knot. Then I'm going to knot the other 2 sets at the same height. That one. Make sure they're about the same. As close as you can get. You can always untie it and try again too. All right, so we have 2 sets. Now, we're going to separate those out just so you can see it. We're going to attach them to one another. We're going to grab about 2 inches down. You're going to connect the 2 sets of knots together. Then you're going to take the next ones that are close to each other from the other knot, tie another knot. All right, so I have 3 knots at the top, 2 knots at the bottom, and then we have 2 extra strings here. We're going to tie those together at the same level. All right, and last step, you're going to go another about 2 inches lower than that last set of knots, and you're going to take all of them and you're going to put them in one more big knot. And we are done. Now you can trim off the excess at the end. So if you want the fringe part to be a little shorter, you can always cut that off. And then you can put your potion in your potion bottle holder. All right, see how it has made a basket? So I can put this one in there. Or I can put this one in there. Or if yours is bigger and the knots are farther apart, you can even put a bigger bottle in. And of course, if you didn't want to stop and you had lots of rope left, you could have done even another layer of knots. And there we go.